Traders, hopefully everyone is having a good day so far. All three market indices down today. Now, before we get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. All right, so today we're going to obviously do what we normally do. Go, check out the Spider ETF, see some key support levels, and then we're going to run down the three stocks that I had mentioned yesterday, see how they performed, and then give you the three stocks going into tomorrow. Okay, guys? So right up on your screen, you see what the Spider did today. The SPY was down 4.34. If you remember from a few days ago, I did say it was in this overbought situation, but a pullback was probably in order. All right, guys. So I did say I'd like to see this kind of get back down to this blue line, which is that 10 SMA, and that's exactly what we did today. So for tomorrow, guys, be very careful for this key level right here. If we start breaking below this 10 SMA, there's a high probability we're going to come right back down to this midpoint Bollinger Band right over here, guys. But remember, this is a dynamic indicator right here, so this will continue to go up as time goes out. Okay, that is the SPY. Watch for a hold of today's lows or thereof, and then if that breaks below that, let's key into this level about 346, 347 area, right down in this area over here. Okay, guys, that's the SPY. All right, so let's quickly go over the three stocks that I had mentioned yesterday. First one was ACHV. Again, ACHV did not do too well. It was down about 10 cents. I really like the way it's setting up for tomorrow. Again, your risk reward setup, if you remember from yesterday's show, is a buy and then a hold below 861. So if you are still interested in the name, you can get this with a pretty, some nice high confidence that it should hold. And if it doesn't, you set your stop right below that 200-day moving average right down there at 860, 861. Okay, so ACHV. Next stock that we had mentioned from yesterday, DraftKings, DKNG, had a decent day today. Did break above that 50-day moving average, up about 2.3%. Not a bad day considering the market was down. Okay. Lastly, the big winner for the day was NKLA. Did mention that yesterday. Love the way this was setting up here, and it did break above yesterday's high, and then this one just ran. I still think this one's has a lot more to run. So if you did not get into NKLA, see if you can buy this on a pullback, and then use this 10 SMA right here, down here, guys, as your stop price. Okay, and it was up 15.3% today. Not a bad day. All right, let's go into three stocks that look promising going into tomorrow, and then I'm going to give you not only am I going to give you those three stocks, but give you key support levels on each name. Okay, first one's going to be TLRY. All right, let's bring this up. So if we take a look at TLRY, 3 days in a row we've held this midpoint Bollinger Band. Again, guys, if we start breaking below this midpoint Bollinger Band, and you could pretty much key in today's low, okay, as that, or you know what, let's use 705. If it gets below 705, that would be the out price. So for tomorrow, watch that first 30-minute candle, be a buyer above that first 30-minute candle, but it is imperative that this 705 does hold, because I do want to show you a few different things, because if it does start breaking below that 705, there's a high chance that it may want to retest that 50-day moving average right down there around 613. Okay, and then on the weekly chart, I want to bring this up on the weekly real quick. Here's a little more support right here. All right, so let's zoom in on TLRY. TLRY, the 9 SMA right down here is at $6.45. So either way, if it starts breaking below that $7 mark tomorrow, guys, we're going to key in right here at that 645. That's the 9 SMA weekly on TLRY. All right, so next stock that looks pretty good going into tomorrow as a setup is going to be STNG. STNG. This is one that I've played in the past. Actually, I still do own this one, but if you're not in it, there's some key levels I do want to key on right here. We did break below, again, that 50-day moving average after breaking above it yesterday. We are right here at that 10 SMA, which is down here. It's at 1055. So there's going to be a lot of support at 1055, and that midpoint all the way down here at 1004. I don't think it's going to get that low, so watch this very carefully, because I do want to cross-reference this with the 9 SMA on the weekly. And if you take a look at this, guys, the weekly on the 9 SMA is at 1056. So you have the 10-day SMA at 1055 and the 9 SMA weekly at 1056. So there's going to be a lot of support right there. there's a there is a really good chance if the spider sells off tomorrow, if oil goes down again, there's a high probability that we retest that 1050 to 1060 area. So if you haven't gone into the name, on this nice little run up that we've had the last couple of weeks, this is your opportunity to buy back into that name. Now, if you do buy and it gets into that 1060 range, which is only 20 cents away, use that 1045 as your stop. Okay, all right, that is STNG. Last name on the list right now is going to be another one that we've played in the past. Is PLL, closed at 25.96. Guys, take a look at this real quick. Let's bring this up on the weekly since we have the chart up already. All right, so let's zoom in. This is the weekly candle chart with the 9 SMA, right? That blue line right there. As you can see, the 9 SMA weekly is at 25.25. So there's going to be a lot of support right there. So that's one key level to look at. And then secondly, right here, this midpoint, not the midpoint Bollinger Band, but the 10 SMA is at 25.46. So there's going to be a lot of support right in this area. Again, worst case scenario, we start breaking below those two key levels. Let's target this 50-day moving average all the way down here at 22.18, let's call it. Okay, so those are some key levels to watch on. Let's buy on some strength. If tomorrow, after that first 30-minute candle, you do see a little bit of strength, let's buy it, okay, and then use today's low as your out. Okay, guys, that's PLL. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. My name is Eric, and you can reach me at eric@valueareatrader.com or just by leaving a comment down below. All right, guys, again, if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and do so. I think I provide some really good, valuable technical analysis, some great information on key levels, some entry points, and this way, you can get in, get out, and not get hurt. We let our winners run. That's the way we operate. We find some key support levels, just like ACHV, DKNG, and NKLA from yesterday. The markets were down, but two of those three names were actually up. We try to find those little gems, those key support levels that even if the market turns on us, we're not going to get hurt too badly. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see each other tomorrow after the close. And again, I'm going to run down those three stocks: TLRY, STNG, and PLL. All right, everyone, have a great night. See you tomorrow. And remember to trade smart and be safe.